Hello everyone, I'm Najma. Welcome to ESL Advice channel, a channel that promotes self-learning of English. We love to share valuable tips and advice to make your learning fruitful. Today's lesson is a piece of cake. Just relax and stay as cool as a cucumber, of course with a little bit of concentration. Don't think yourself to be a fish out of the water because you're in the right place. After all, you and I are the two peas in a pod as we share the same interest in English. Working on English language is my cup of tea. So, I make these helpful videos for you. Besides, it's another way to bring home the bacon. What? Are you going bananas because of my words? Like what I'm up to? Why all these foods names? Are they even related to the context or lesson? The answer is yes. Only if I'm talking about food idioms. An idiom is commonly used expression whose meaning doesn't relate to the literal meaning of its words. Like I said, today's lesson is a piece of cake. How could a lesson be a piece of cake? But if you know the meaning of this idiom, this sentence will make sense. So let's begin our lesson. I will explain 15 common English food idioms that native speakers frequently use. If you learn them, you will sound intelligent and be one step ahead to be fluent in English. Before we proceed, I would request you to pause the video and read that passage. A while ago, I have used these sentences. Try to identify how many food idioms I have used. The moment I finish the lesson, I want you to match the actual meaning of the idioms with the sentences, with the context, to check if they make sense. So the first idiom we have is a piece of cake. It means a very easy task, a simple job that can be accomplished effortlessly. For example, you had an exam. You thought it would be difficult, but after taking the exam, you found the exam was a piece of cake. It was easy because you could answer all the questions comfortably. Some examples are playing tennis was a piece of cake, so it was not hard for me to win the competition. GRE test is not a piece of cake. You have to work hard to get a good score. Number 2 we have is chalk and cheese. These two things are completely different from each other. If someone says two people or two things are chalk and cheese, it indicates they are completely different from each other. It is used to show the complete opposite in personality between two people. For instance, though Mark and Jack are twins, they are chalk and cheese. Mark is mean, whereas Jack is well-mannered. Neither and I don't go along well. We are chalk and cheese. Number 3, two peas in a pod. This idiom is opposite of chalk and cheese. It is used to say two people are very similar to one another. It could be alike in character or looks. For example, Lisa and her cousin looks like twins. They are like two peas in a pod. Ellie and her husband are like two peas in a pod. They share the same sense of humor and zest for life. Number 4, as cool as a cucumber. Look at the picture. A calm and relaxed cucumber, no tension at all. Well, it actually means to be quiet and comfortable, not disturbed by temperature or any action. A cucumber stays cool on the inside, and this is where the comparison as cool as came from. Examples. We are stunned. How come Rob is as cool as a cucumber after committing such a big sin like a robbery? My boss is as cool as a cucumber, even when he speaks in front of hundreds of people. Number 5, cry over spilled milk. It is to cry about past event that cannot be undone. Bad or unfortunate things happen in our lives, but we can't stick to it. We can't waste time feeling upset about that particular incident, which can no longer be changed. For instance, I lost my passport, but there is no time to cry over spilled milk. Instead, I can reissue it. Mira is unable to accept the fact that she got a divorce. She was crying over spilled milk. Number 6, in a nutshell. A bit tricky to understand, right? What is in a nutshell? A tiny nut. Well, this nutshell is a metaphor for something small. The native speaker used this phrase just to make a long story short. No lengthy explanation, just to sum something up in a few words. Take an example. You wanted to go abroad for higher education. You had also some preparations. Finally, you couldn't make it. When your friend asked about it, you replied to them, there were so many reasons. In a nutshell, my parents made this decision for me. Another example is, in a nutshell, my client is innocent. He should not get a punishment. Number 7, a fish out of the water. It means being uncomfortable and restless, kind of falling into a state of confusion. For example, your father asks you to attend his colleague's birthday party. You don't want to attend that party because most of them are elderly. You will feel uneasy in that environment, like a fish out of the water. Another example is Mira felt she was a fish out of the water when she got admitted into a new school. Number 8, not one's cup of tea. This idiom is widely famous for its negative form. It starts with the word not. It mainly expresses things someone dislikes. Some examples are, cricket is not my cup of tea and I don't have any interest in it. He is not going to watch the classical concert as it's not his cup of tea. You can also use this idiom in terms of a positive sense. For example, I enjoy museums, it's my cup of tea. Butter someone up. Butter someone up means to flatter someone to get something in return from them. Take the example of the workplace. Some employees tries to charm the senior associates or the boss with praise or compliments to gain increment, promotion or power. Some examples are, I'm not good at buttering up people, I'm very direct and blunt. And I tried to butter her math teacher up in the hope it would help her grades. Number 10, bring home the bacon. It is one of the common food idioms, which means going out and earning a living or making money for the family. It also indicates success or accomplishment. My father is the head of the family. He ensures that he brings home the bacon. The little girl works very hard. She is the only member who brings home the bacon. The next one is go bananas. This phrase means to become very angry, acting like a madman. Such as, my sister will go bananas if she knows I lost her purse. The passengers went bananas when they knew the flight got cancelled. It also means to become very excited, like, I will go bananas if I win the lottery. Number 12, a lot on my plate. What do I have on my plate? Foods? Nope. In fact, a load of works. A lot on my plate means having so many things to do at one time. Sarah is too busy. She has final exams and IELTS tests. She got too much on her plate. Being a mother of a newborn baby is a tough job. She always has a lot on her plate. Number 13 is spill the beans. It means to reveal the secret, often spoiling the surprise. A lot of people can't keep the secret. Look at the picture and try to relate the literal meaning of this idiom with the actual meaning. A whole can of beans drops off and the beans in it got spilled. Likewise, a lot of people reveals the secret. They can't keep it inside. For instance, Laura is in a relationship with Jack. She wanted to keep it secret, but her friends spilled the beans. Though he is my brother, I can't trust him. He always spills the beans. Number 14, couch potato. A couch potato is a person who is very lazy. Somebody who does no exercise but watches TV all the time. This picture reminds me of my younger sister. She is a couch potato. She sits on the sofa and spends most of the time watching music videos of the BTS band. She doesn't even pour a glass of water for herself. The final one is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. This idiom is often used as a simple warning, which means not to depend on one plan or idea. For example, you have money. You want to invest them all in one company. That's not a good idea. Like the idiom says, don't put all your eggs in one basket. If the basket falls, all is lost. Likewise, if the company suffers losses, the amount will vanish. So it is wise to diversify your asset to different platforms rather than depending on one company. For example, I quit the job and I put all my eggs in one basket for my new business. While there is a long list of food idioms, I have chosen the food idioms which are common and widely used by native speakers. If you want to sound like native speakers, you should start using them to boost your conversational skills. You will be confident and relaxed, as cool as a cucumber. I requested you to identify the food idioms of that passage to match the meaning of the idioms with the sentences. Try to do it. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share the videos.